What would you do if you stumbled upon a secret that could unravel your sister's marriage? Lila stood in the quiet of her sister Mara's house, the hum of the baby monitor barely audible. The kids were asleep upstairs, their soft breaths a rare moment of peace. Mara and her husband, David, were out for a date night, a desperate attempt to reconnect after months of strained silences. Lila, the ever-reliable younger sister, had volunteered to babysit. She loved Mara's kids 2-year-old Finn and 5-year-old Ella, but tonight, the house felt heavier than usual, as if it held secrets in its walls. She wandered into David's study to grab a pen for the crossword puzzle she'd brought. The desk was a mess. Receipts, sticky notes, a chipped coffee mug. As she rifled through the clutter, her fingers brushed a leather-bound notebook tucked beneath a stack of bills. Curiosity tugged at her. David, reserved and stoic, wasn't the journaling type. She hesitated, then opened it. The pages were filled with neat, clinical handwriting dates, observations, raw confessions. These weren't David's words. They were notes from his therapy sessions, transcribed by someone else. Lila's heart raced. She read about David's fears of failing as a husband, his guilt over working long hours, his unspoken grief over a miscarriage Mara never mentioned. Each line was a window into a man Lila thought she knew, a man her sister loved. But one entry stopped her cold. David admits to lying about the weekend trips. Claims they're for work, but they're to see someone else. Her breath caught. Was David cheating? Mara deserved to know, didn't she? Lila's mind spun. She imagined her sister's face, trusting, exhausted, unaware. The notebook felt like a grenade in her hands. She shouldn't be reading this. It was private, sacred. Yet the words burned into her, demanding action. She glanced at the printer on the desk. If she printed the pages, Mara could see the truth for herself. But was it her place to expose it? The baby monitor crackled. Finn whimpered, then settled. Lila's pulse steadied. She thought of Mara, who'd always been her rock, helping with college applications, covering for her when she snuck out as a teen. Mara deserved honesty, but not like this, not through betrayal. Still, the image of her sister living a lie gnawed at Lila. She pressed the power button on the printer. It whirred to life, a mechanical accomplice. As the pages spilled out, each word felt like a violation. Lila's hands trembled. She pictured David's quiet demeanor, his tired smiles at family dinners. What if this someone else was a friend, a therapist, a misunderstanding? She hadn't read far enough to know. Doubt crept in, but the pages kept printing, stacking like evidence in a trial she hadn't meant to start. When Mara and David returned, the house was dark except for the glow of the study. Lila sat on the couch, the notebook hidden, the printed pages stuffed in her bag. Mara hugged her, oblivious, thanking her for watching the kids. David offered a tired nod, his eyes carrying a weight Lila now recognized. She mumbled goodnight and left, the pages burning a hole in her conscience. At home, Lila spread the notes across her kitchen table. She read them again, searching for clarity. The weekend trips entry had no follow-up, no confirmation of infidelity. Other pages spoke of David's love for Mara, his struggle to communicate, his fear of losing her. Lila's certainty wavered. She'd acted on impulse, assuming the worst. Now, she saw a man trying to heal, to save his family. The next morning, Mara called, her voice bright. "Last night was good, Lila." David opened up a little. "It's a start." Lila's throat tightened. She wanted to confess, to warn Mara, but the words wouldn't come. Instead, she asked, "You guys okay?" Mara laughed softly. "We're trying. It's enough for now." Lila hung up, staring at the printed pages. She thought of burning them, shredding them, erasing her mistake. But secrets, once uncovered, don't vanish. They linger, reshaping how you see the ones you love. She realized this wasn't about David's truth, it was about her own boundaries. She'd crossed a line, acting as judge when she should have been a sister. That evening, Lila returned to Mara's house. The notebook went back to its hiding place, untouched. The printed pages, though, she kept those. Not to show Mara, but as a reminder, love demands trust, not control. She'd let Mara and David find their way, mess and all. Sometimes, the hardest choice is to do nothing, to let others carry their own truths. In the quiet of her apartment, Lila tucked the pages away, hoping she'd never need them. The weight of what she'd almost done settled in her chest. She'd come close to breaking something sacred, but she'd stopped short. For now, that was enough.